Hello everyone and welcome to the MLG European Qualifiers Grand Finals here. It is a best of 5 between Monkey Business and CIS Rejects. That's right, the boys consisting of Goretz, Always Wanna Fly, Iceberg. I forgot a couple of those names. I was pretty sure like Vanscore's in there. I forgot Iceberg and Artez.
The big trouble for me is like Always Wanna Fly and Aloha Dance because they sort of have, held hands for a couple of years now. I always get their names mixed up. So I always, when they were playing against Empire last night, I would always get Aloha Dance and Always Wanna Fly flipped on the opposite team. So it's like, oh god, this is getting confusing. What am I meant to do here? But no Empire, they got knocked out last night.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised because I was like, all right, come in, time to do the finals. Here to cast Empire versus whoever else. And I was like, wait a minute. What happened?
Where's Empire?
What happened to Empire? Well, the CIS Rejects, the punks, the clowns, the ones who did not get picked, the ones who at the kickball, when you're playing kickball at recess.
What's kickball?
The kids who got, it's, okay, do you know baseball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just baseball, but with a giant rubber ball that you roll. So instead of batting and hitting a baseball,
you kick it.
You kick a kickball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't know.
I mean, apparently that's American.
I mean, you didn't know what snooker was. Did you actually go and Google it?
No, I didn't Google it. I was just like, whatever. I'm
is.
fine with remaining ignorant to whatever this sport is. I've lived 25 years of my life without knowing what it is. I can live another 25 more.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, so Monkey Business. Fly, Crit, Miracle, Moon, Big Tatty, No Tail. The big, the one who brings all the audience, essentially. He's like the one big name that is going to be bringing everyone to watch this team. Big Daddy No Tail. They pick up the Lena first, which is not a terribly surprise at all. We're going to have the immediate response of Earthshaker by CIS Rejects, and I'm now just waiting for that second pickup, which I'm sure is going to be Gyrocopter. What? They don't go for Gyrocopter? Okay,
no,
okay.
Like, this is the thing that CIS Rejects do a lot. They leave Artez Hero till last pick because he likes the Wraith King, Slark, and Bloodseeker, Huskar, the really unconventional one-roll heroes that can get countered by specific picks. But Monkey Business, they love Anti-Mage. Miracle has performed wonders on that hero recently.
Yeah. Miracles.
10 seconds.
Man, what a player he turned out to be.
He's
I mean, people were like kind of hyping him up. They were like, "Oh, Miracle, AK, et cetera, et cetera." But there were always the doubters, right? There always will be. When it comes to bringing in a pub player, there are always going to be those people who are like, "No, you should have stuck with the old guard. You should have kept with some of the older carries that are tried and true." But Miracle's definitely proven to be easily one of the biggest standouts, I would say, of 2015. In this post-TI era.
Yeah, it's like him and Ritsu have been getting a lot of praise for their one-role play, and it's been interesting seeing that shift from, what, a year and a half ago where we were always looking at like off-laners and mid-players, then we looked at supports a lot because it was the support patch, and we always looked at the sort of big plays from supports, and now we've shifted, not fully, but a little bit more back to the carries, watching farm efficiency and actual impact in the game from these guys. Because Anti-Mage was always this hero, 4 protect 1, he's going to AFK farm in the jungle, lol, he's not going to join the fight. Miracle comes and kills everyone.
Look at that. We've got somebody in chat, 8K MMR Miracle Dodo. Yep. He's got his fanboys now. And he's definitely put on one hell of a performance, and he will be issuing a Anti-Mage here. We've got Bloodseeker and Windranger for Monkey Business going to be banned away. Bloodseeker, not terribly surprising. Direct counter to the Animage, and Windranger, I feel like, as a mid, is a really solid hero versus both Lena and AM. So, smart bans back and forth. CIS Rejects, though, taking away the Keeper of the Light. Monkey Business, have they been running any of the Coddle, like the Coddle aggro dual lanes or anything?
I can't remember if they ran aggro dual lane, but they definitely had Fly playing Coddle the other night. But he was in a very sort of passive role where they had a Bounty Hunter, I think, and they didn't farm the jungle with Fly at all. He stacked camps, he didn't farm it with Illuminate. They relied heavily on the track gold to come in, and he still got a 23-minute Aghanim, something like that.
Wow. Yeah, they had a Storm Spirit for that game as well as an Anti-Mage, it looks like. So I can understand why he wasn't able to take any of those stacks. You've got 2 different pretty greedy cores who want to take the early jungle. CIS Rejects will take the Storm Spirit, despite the fact that AMH is on the other side. So CIS Rejects are actually banking a lot right now on the Storm Spirit being able to get early amount of farm and stay ahead of the AMH, maybe getting in that very early Orchid that can shut AM down before the Manta. We'll see if that actually happens, though. Clockwork is a response now by Monkey Business. If it is going to be a Earthshaker offlane, then, you know, I always love the Clockwork just because it's like, okay, my offlane counters your offlane. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and in past games as well from CIS Rejects, I think Iceberg has only played 3 heroes. I'm just going to check quickly. Storm, Lina, and Windranger are the ones that come to mind. Oh, he played Quap once, sorry. But yeah, his hero pool, obviously, the mid-hero pool nowadays in this current patch is limited to like 5 heroes, right? Leshrac is the 5th one that sometimes gets through, but I think Storm and Windranger are his better heroes. The fact that they can kind of jump in and out of fights with Windrun and Ball Lightning, whereas the Queen of Pain, he had this tendency just to blink in, try and get his ulti off, and maybe put himself into a rough spot. But CIS Rejects, Vanscore is another one of these players who's been playing the same hero over and over again. they love Silencer, Disruptor. Disruptive heroes that can really give a blanket of safety to the Storm when he jumps in, and Iceberg likes trading his life for kills. A lot of his kill scores at the end of the game's been, you know, even kill and death, like 10-8, 10-10, 12-11, things like that on his Storm Spirit. So with the Silencer, it does give them a little bit of safety for him to jump in aggressively.
Have they only played in MLG? They have.
Yeah, they've
okay.
They actually debuted in MLG, and I don't think they've played anywhere
I think we casted their debut match then against Alliance, because I remember I thought you and I were casting a Silencer twice in a row, and it was, and I provided the addendum where pretty much the 4-position Silencer is always a loser for me unless Vanscore is playing it.
That was you and Scan.
Oh, me and Scan. Okay, that's right. That was the first time I cast it with Scan. But yeah, that's Vanscore, only person in my mind who can really pull it off. CIS Rejects, unless they're going to run like a carry Silencer all of a sudden or something, you know, really blow our minds. They should be running off lane Earthshaker, 4-position Silencer. We'll have a support Winter Wyvern, and still no carry to be picked up, which again runs right along the line that you were talking about, where CIS Rejects like to leave Artez's hero for last pick.
Yeah, now I wonder if Monkey Business are afraid of Slark or Wraith King. Neither of them. Take out the Shadow Fiend, actually.
Radiant team.
And
a safe lane Storm Spirit, I guess, would be possible.
Yeah.
Safe lane SF, I guess, but it's Radiant side.
And I guess the way to look at this is that the Wraith King obviously is against an anti-mage who burns through his mana pretty quickly later on in the game. And Slark, silenced up, hooked. There's lots of splash and AoE disabled to actually keep him locked down while he's invis or running around in these team fights. Monkey Business, though, we haven't really talked about the sort of playstyle that they've attributed to themselves. They love having a sort of defensive early game. CIS Rejects to have this burst of power at like 15-20 minutes, which has been the epitome of the playstyle of this patch. You know, 15-20 minutes, go kill stuff, get a lead, consolidate it by taking Roshan. Monkey Business, they love sitting back a little bit and waiting for their opponents to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And we've seen them in games where they look like they've lost, like outright lost the game at 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden they come back with great plays from Miracle and No Tail, suddenly bring them back in. And this, in part, feels like that. Well, it feels because they go for relatively greedy drafts. Like this Lina, I'm kind of looking at it as a support, and then they pick something else for No Tail here.
Yeah. I was going to say, because everything that I've seen from Monkey Business seems to be fairly greedy, which is why they can afford to play the patient game, right? They can afford to sit back because they usually have the late game advantage with 2 different late game cores in their hands. But I was just about to say, you know, here, what mid can you get that would go against a Storm Spirit and Phantom Lancer late game? Like, the AM certainly is not going to be enough by himself. You got to get some serious late game power if you want to try and take it that late. I like what CISR have done. I mean, between every single one of their heroes going to late game, very strong. I think that this drafting style of theirs for this series specifically works quite well against Monkey Business and shores up some pretty obvious weaknesses that CISR have.
Yeah, and with the Ember final ban, I don't see where Monkey Business go. Like, they can't go for their regular drafts. They have liked to play Tiny a little bit even without the Wisp for No Tail, but that's usually in the safe lane where you actually can support him a lot. And Miracle's got the anti-mage on lockdown over there. So a mid lane hero for No Tail here. Maybe they do switch Lina back and they just pick up another support. But it's difficult with that Silencer and Wyvern on the field that they can get spammed out, burnt. A Rubik is still out there and potential actually to pick up. You can have the Skyrad sitting mid with Alina, harass out the Storm and make him get nothing. Winter Wyvern doesn't offer you the same aggressive laning potential in the first couple of minutes. Arctic Burn is on such a long cooldown compared to the Arcane Bolt, which is like, what, a 3-second cooldown, 2-second cooldown, something like that? Just spam it out relentlessly. They're definitely taking their time thinking about it.
Yeah, monkey business. I'm sure they're going over the same kind of debate we are, and I'm hoping at least these last 30 seconds or so of them just kind of cementing their game plan and everything else, because we're now coming down to the wire here. Dragonite. Okay, so they can't. I think they've settled on. Okay, we can't go late game against this team. PL, Storm Spirit, and all the support behind them just way too strong. So we have to try and end this game early. We need some pushing power. And with that, the Dragonite mid, they'll definitely have a lot of pushing power. They'll also have a certain amount of AoE potential against the Phantom Lancer, minimum, but it is there out of the Dragon form. You also have a really solid lockdown against the Storm Spirit. You have a early BKB hero, which you kind of need versus a lot of this early magic damage. And then, I guess, on top of that, it gives them the pushing power that they needed. There was one other factor that I really liked the Dragonite for, but I kind of got distracted in it.
We saw Blink Dragonite out of Resolution last night. And the Blink stun onto a Storm Spirit is ridiculous. Like you mentioned the lockdown, but that instant stun onto a Storm means that then you can follow up with Mystic Flare, Hookshot, anything like that, and it's difficult. Iceberg is an aggressive player. He loves diving in, like I was mentioning. He trades off his life, even for a support kill, just to get some kind of advantage. So maybe with a Bloodstone, he can TP in 30 seconds later to continue the fight. But if you've got these stuns and Laguna Blade from crit a little bit later on, you can actually crush the Storm. And then they have to rely very heavily on that Phantom Lancer.
I remember what it was. The other thing was the global silence. Because of the fact that monkey business should be the initiators, I mean, they're the ones who need to be aggressive. They have the clockwork, first of all. They're the ones pushing into these towers. Because they're the initiators, they should always be able to get off Dragon Form in time. Once you've kind of popped Dragon Form and maybe done your, like, Blink stun, you're kind of good as a Dragonite. So when that global silence gets laid down, even if it's, like, he doesn't have his BKB yet, or maybe it's after he's already popped the BKB, I think that's okay. Like, Dragonite is a hero that can operate through that silence and just be okay with right-clicking things. So I think that was the other factor for me, is that the global silence won't be nearly as effective against a Dragonite as it would against most other mids, right?
Yeah, he can stand his ground, turn and fight, definitely. But laning against the Storm in these initial stages, where is the Skywrath? Yeah, it's going to be the dual lane, like I mentioned, at least for the first sort of 40 seconds, minute or so. Always want to fly with the Arctic Burn, Skywrath Mage with the Arcane Bolt. And they're just going to be sitting around harassing each other. I don't know, though, about this, whether the Radiant can actually hold their own, because look at the block from No Tail up on top of the ramp, and that is a great start for their mid lane.
Oh, certainly. And the Winter Wyvern, I mean, you kind of blow your load. Once you throw out the Arctic Burn, that's it. You don't really have any other lane presence. It's why Winter Wyverns only stick around for that first couple of right clicks with the Winter Burn, and then they leave. Skywrath Mage, however, can continue to be an incredibly strong mid support. One of the few that can actually get the job done, even up against, I would say, like, even if they did get a really good block, the Skywrath Mage is still effective, right? Because he's got this long-range Arcane Bolt that doesn't draw creep aggro. So he just is constantly harassing back Iceberg. And he's going to be brought low enough to a point where even the Dragonite spam, the Breathe Fire, is going to be a bit threatening to him. I think Daddy No Tail now has the bottom.
With 2 clarities on Skywrath as well, just keeps that mana pumping. But Storm Spirit, even if his lane doesn't go well, it's going pretty decently right now. He's 6 for 2. But there is one thing that he can do a lot more efficiently than the Dragonite can, and that's farm the jungle. With stacks up, Remnant being such a great cost-effective creep clearing mechanism, he can actually go back and even himself up a little bit as the game progresses.
Yeah, and that's really what the Winter Wyvern is going to be looking to do most of these times. You can already see we're going to have a 3-stack hard cam jungle by 2 minutes in. Meanwhile,
up at top lane, Corret's up against Crit, Alina against the Earthshaker.
That was a Tomy move right there. Oh, sneeze in the middle of a cast. That came out of nowhere. Anyway, Goretz. Crit's just been zoning him back as much as possible. But Moon seems to be doing a much better job in his lane, as he's already level 3.5. So it seems like his body blocking, it's not terribly surprising. I don't feel like the Van score silencer is super threatening at first, but
to the courier he is.
40 seconds.
He's got it, I think. Like, you don't expect this. There's no observer watching for the invis. I'm pretty sure he's secured this courier with the bottle on it.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Oh boy.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Oh.
Van score sees it. Right click 1, right click 2, and now he will get out as well. There's no chance he's going to die there. So there goes the bottle. There goes that built into the magic wand, which hurts Big Daddy No Tail so badly. He needs that extra bit of regeneration to be able to get more breathe fires in and to have that regen where the Storm Spirit's constantly spamming out those static remnants. So
he has to go back to base.
Yeah.
And with the rune control you get from the Scarith Mage, you know, Winter Wyvern is a slow-ass hero. You can't really run around controlling runes. You don't have any stuns or slows to steal them either. Dragon Knight would have loved to just go and sneak a rune, stop the Storm Spirit filling up his bottle, and this lane, Storm's 20 at 6. Not only has he got a great creep score, but the lane's won.
Yeah.
Fly hasn't really been able to make that much of an impact when I thought the Scarf Mage would have been able to. So the Arctic Burn, Winter Wyvern definitely worked out for CIS reject, and now they can reset, go back to bot lane, give Artez the farm that he needs, and shut down Moon.
Which is, yeah, Moon. I was just about to say, Moon kind of needs to make up for the fact that his middle lane just got roamed on so heavily. But the problem is, he's now going to be shut down to a point where he won't be able to get his level 6 easily. Like, if he got level 6 and can rotate out, so he's easily going to die to that lance. Then it's all good. Like, then he can have an impact in the game, but now he's going to be stuck in a scenario where he's 1 versus 3 against a lane that's constantly going to keep him out of experience range. Unless they mess up the creep equilibrium somehow, he's just not going to get that level 6 as quickly as you would have hoped.
Like, I still don't think that I can say enough about how ridiculously good this Storm CS is. He's 24-7 against the dual lane. The Anti-Mage is 29-15, and now they're looking for No Tail. Haste on Iceberg, not going to get them that kill. But Iceberg is ridiculously good in this lane. He's keeping even with his Phantom Lancer, who's been free farming pretty much down at bot.
Miracle is slightly ahead of everybody in CS right now. Not terribly surprising. He has the Poor Man's Shields, Treads, and the Quelling Blade build. So this seems to be the real hope for Monkey Business. That's the only lane that's really going quite well. It's mid. Big Daddy No Tail's very dead. Earthshaker pops out once again for the Visher, and they combo everything up quite nicely.
Goretz has his Tranquil Boost as well. And Earthshaker in the off lane, we're seeing a ton of it from CIS teams nowadays. With Empire, Ivan was running it last night, and Goretz, when he can't get his pretty hefty clockwork that he loves to play, he'll pick up the Earthshaker. But the one thing you get from Earthshaker that you don't get from other offlaners like Darkseer, Clockwork, or whoever, is that you can rotate. You can act as like a third support to actually control runes, move towards middle lane, and the long-range initiation you get from the Fisher, you know, it's great, but the fact that you can do it from fog and be completely undetected, that's the scariest thing. Even with an Observer Ward up, the Dire just don't see it coming.
Yeah. I really like the Tranquil Boots first build when you're up against a dual lane scenario like this. So you're up against a support who's harassive, but can actually get that kind of real kill potential on you. So I think it makes perfect sense. Like, normally I would, you know, look for the early Soul Ring or something like that in order to spam out Fishers. But if you're against a support exactly like this, like the Lina situation, where one-on-one he's really not going to do much more than right-click you and try and land Light Strike arrays, Goretz can very easily play the, you know, I run forward and pick up that one creep experience and run backwards and kind of repeat that process over and over again because he does have that natural regen.
Can they pick off No Tail? He's
totally
alone.
Yeah. They've got the Arctic Burn, and we've got level 6 on Iceberg as well, so that slow is not going to stop. So 3-0 now. Big Daddy No Tail being shut down quite heavily. This last pick, Dragon Knight, not working quite the way they expected. Moon, meanwhile, is about to pick up its level 6 as the last creep dies, and he now has it. Moon immediately being targeted, though, by Vanscore and Artez. Tries to get off the cogs before Artez is there, but won't be able to get it. Now Artez just going to keep running forward for another lance, and Moon is most definitely dead. And a bit of extra intelligence going the way of Vanscore as well. That really hurts Clockwork. has a very limited mana pool for his combination, and even losing a couple intelligence is going to set him back quite heavily. Big Daddy No-Tail pops the ultimate for him there, but he's just trying to chase down the Storm Spirit. The supports are still hanging around this middle lane, though. Winter Wyvern has always been here, and Goretz really doesn't have much he can do at the top lane, so he might as well keep that pressure at middle.
That slow change on Silencer from being a disarm on last word to being that percentage-based slow, it's so great for him coming back as a zoning support. Oh no.
Moon misses out on the hook shot. They're going to be able to get the stun onto Iceberg, but a two-man Fisher will really slow things down. And now Iceberg jumps forward, commits for the kill on the Skywrath Mage, easily getting it, and now just keeps kiting around Moon. Jumps up the cliff. We'll be able to get some extra damage on him. They do kill the Winter Wyvern, but in the end, seeing as the Clockwork was the one who made that rotation in the first place, really should have gone better for Monkey Business.
I was kind of wondering what Artez builds into, whether he goes for a sort of battle build early on with an early Yasha to farm and give a little bit of fighting potential. But he's going to go for the standard. Aquila drums, then into the BOTs, which is the most common thing. Then his next item is going to be the most interesting one, whether he wants to fight or whether CIS rejects are completely changing their playstyle and they're the ones that are going to be sitting back a lot more here. So he could go for, Yasha into Diffusal. He could go for the Morbid Mask to farm the jungle a little bit more, and I'm wondering if that's where he heads to. Get BOTs, Morbid Mask, and just try and dodge fights. Maybe you even go and lane up against the AM. If you stop the Anti-Mage's Battle Fury coming up in the next 5 minutes, 6 minutes, which is what Miracle's definitely aiming for here.
Yeah.
You actually shift a couple of heroes there and limit his farm potential.
You know, I said Clockwork's mana pool, I mean, it's so limited. He actually cannot get off his full combination.
Because of the int stolen?
Because the int stolen. Like, and the thing is, he went for this build where you have to get off the full combination. Like, if you only have level 1 of Rocket and you have maxed out Battery Assault, you can afford to just not throw out the Rocket. That's fine. But here, you need the Battery Assault because even at level 1, it does really good amounts of damage, and everything about the mini stun is incredibly good, etc., etc. But you also need the Rocket Flare because you invested into it. That's an extra 160 damage you're going to miss out on. You can't afford that. So he can't actually lock someone down inside of Cog's Battery Assault and Rocket Flare. He has to give up one of those abilities.
How do you remedy this? Like, do you go for a value bracer, or do you just try and let that blade mail? Oh, no tail.
Yeah. Is it no tail? I was looking at fly. No tail's going to go down as well. Miracle does come in, pops the ultimate, but it's not enough to kill Iceberg. And Miracle, I doubt he's really going to be able to get this one. Oh, the Rocket brought him low. Now Moon comes in, but the creep wave's there. He doesn't have enough mana for the Cogs to trap the Earthshaker in. So everyone just kind of runs away on the side of CIS rejects. Monkey Business unable to avenge their fallen comrades.
Yeah, do you go for a casual bracer on the clock, or do you just try and allow blade mail to alleviate that mana pool issue? Because it is a big problem.
I mean, blade mail here it's okay. Normally in these sort of games, I try and go like against really mobile heroes. I think Urn is really valuable against like against so many heroes like Phantom Lancer, for example, which Urn isn't very valuable on him. I try and go Force Staff, but Blade Mail might be his best option just because, you know, anything can happen with a Blade Mail, essentially.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man. CIS rejects off to a great start right now. 11 minutes in. It is 8-1. The laning phase just going so heavily their way. They're going to be able to take this tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, and Big Daddy No-Tail is not going to be able to get a whole lot of damage on middle. You can already see the rotations are coming out on both of the lanes, making sure they don't have to trade off at all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Heading to? Goretz is in such a good position here.
Oh, they actually got the silencer, but I'm waiting for Big Daddy No-Tail to either get caught or catch someone, and it looks like he's going to be kind of caught here. He's going to run up through this tower and take a lot of damage in the process. Fortunately, there is no TPs out from anyone important. Meanwhile, Vanscore. Wait, did he just... Oh my god, he got picked off by a rocket.
Yeah, middle lane.
I didn't even notice that. I was too focused on Big Daddy No-Tail. I was like, oh, Vanscore died. Must have, you know, got hooked or something. No, he just died to a level 4 rocket player.
Between tier 1 and tier 2 mid, he ran himself across because he was low HP from the tower at bot lane, then ran through the jungle and died anyway. How close is Miracle? About 900 gold. He doesn't have room to farm though, he's scared of the Storm Spirit zipping forward, and Storm nearly has his Orchid as well. One Oblivion staff up, quarter staff as well. So we're sitting about 1300 away from it.
Still though, this timing for, like, I feel like the average Battle Fury is 15 minutes with treads. And Miracle's still going to pick it up probably about 14 minutes, like a minute ahead of schedule, despite how bad this game is and despite the fact he's being forced to, like, jungle right now. Bottom lane, no, Stormseer made the jump. The ultimate goes out, though. Global Silence.
It just gives him the safety.
Yep.
Finds the pick, doesn't get hit by the cock, and then there's no TPs in either. Monkey Business know what's up. But yeah, you look at the CS, like, net worth, okay, tells one story, but Miracle's been farming like a boss. He is 20, 30.
Oh, bottom, yeah. Just waiting for something to happen in the middle lane, but they jump once again on the clock where I really thought Moon was going to back up after he couldn't get the kill on the Storm Spirit, but stuck around, ends up getting another kill to CIS Rejects. There's the Boots of Travel now for Artez. So this is really the question mark once you have the drums ring and Boots of Travel. Where are you going to go for here? Going to get that to use the blade?
Yeah, this is my question as well. Oh, Vanscore, what are you doing over there? No tail drops to the 200 HP, but Storm, Iceberg zips forward. Up onto the ramp, but Crit was ready with the Light Strike Array as well.
Yeah, Crit's been, looks like he's going to try and play that, like, really greedy 4 position where he's going to pick up the Yule Scepter and et cetera, but he just doesn't have the farm right now. Like, it's, you look at it and go, oh, he has his Staff of Wizardry already, but he actually has nothing else. Like, just regular boots, doesn't have a magic wand, no consumables, no TP, et cetera.
Yeah, no arcanes, no tranquils, which we really have come to expect from the 4-roll Lina when she's heading into the duels. Or even the always want to fly drums. He's actually been playing a lot of 4-roll Lina himself on CIS Rejects, and he gets a really fast Agnum Scepter. He goes like Null level 1 as a support Lina with Tangos, then he goes into Brown Boots drums, and then Yule's Ags. And it's ridiculously strong because drums, we saw a resurgence of it on heroes like Gyro just to have those stats. But even then, it's still useful having it on like multiple heroes. Having a Lina with drums tanks her up, great mana pool, and exceptionally good at taking down towers. Like Fiery Soul, I still feel is super underrated for tower taking. Even when we see Linas in the middle lane act like a Dragon Knight. You leave the lane, you try and farm the jungle against the Lina, she takes you tier 1 pretty easily.
Yeah, it's honestly, Fiery Soul is so dumb. What an ability. Free Boots of Travel, free Hyperstone. What a life. Well, the Battle Fury's up. Miracle is beginning to get that lead over everyone else. He was actually in 3rd place not so long ago, but now he's actually got a pretty significant jump over both the Storm Spirit and the Phantom Lancer. Just gotta calm this game down a little bit.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
He's going straight for the Manta.
Yeah, like Storm has Orchid, so he has
to. They're going to jump on a Storm. If they can get this kill, it would be so big. The combination is just enough. Fly. He went for the maxed out Ancient Seal, which you need against a Storm Spirit. It's a Skywrath Mage support. Very smart decision. And they found their opening. I mean, that pickoff, so essential, right? Because they have to slow down that Orchid. And because the Animage is being forced in a situation he can't even go left. He has to go straight into the Manta from here.
Yeah, he has to, like, AFK jungle, can't split push with Vlads, can't really do anything like that. It also gave Moon about 650 gold. So the 4th staff, which he's building up into, more likely than not with that Ring of Regen, is going to be expedited pretty quickly.
Good God! How does he have so much CS? I don't even understand. 177 CS by 16.
It's, like, 10 a minute, it's over 10 a minute.
Who is 10xing their lane? Like, when you say 10xing, you're usually thinking by like 20, 25 minutes. Who's doing that already by like 15 minutes? You're probably doing it by like 12 or 13 before you even had the battle.
It's Miracle, dude.
Good God. I don't know. This guy's disgusting. Did he miss last hits? Is this possible? I don't think it's possible to have this much CS and miss. Like,
he's going to get ganked here, though. Oh, Iceberg, Orchid. There's the debut.
No! Still, he got a lot of distance. He's going to survive through the Orchid pop, but not that ultimate out from the Winter Wyvern. But he turns around. Oh, he gets the counter kill. That makes it all okay. The hook shot missed from Moon earlier onto the Storm Spirit, but they'll still be able to catch up to Always Wanna Fly. They slowed down the Animage's farm, but at a significant cost. 2 different heroes die for that one. Van scored a third. As Big Daddy No Tail, there's no one to respond to him just jumping onto the silencer there in the middle lane with the drums charge pop.
Do you know what makes it even more okay? Antimage finished his Yasha. He lost 170 gold, and that's it from that death.
You know, it goes to show like how this snowball effect like really works. People really got to appreciate it. The fact that man, that rocket coming in just a bit too late. The fact that like if you don't see as quite as well as Miracle does, he loses a really large chunk of gold because he has so much unreliable. But there, like as you said, he was able to buy out the Yasha because he farmed just efficiently enough to be able to have that much gold for it.
And they used Winter's Curse, which is one of No Tail.
No Tail, he's dead. Dead. That's a dead dragon. Game of Thrones.
Poor little dragon. Is he going for the Glimmer Cape build here? See, like, we saw this from Ferrari.
Oh, I think he should.
It's something that we posited quite a lot when Glimmer Cape came out, with the fact you could disassemble it. Heroes like Slark and Dragon Knight, who love the Shadow Blade and get a lot of value out of the Cloak magic resist. Going for the Glimmer Cape first, it doesn't really deviate you too far away from the Shadow Blade, especially if you need to play defensively early on. Gives you that capability just to tank yourself up even more and still go for the aggressive item a couple of minutes later.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why Dragon Knights went away from that build because it's just so damn efficient. I mean, if you're going to go for the Shadow Blade, if you're even considering going for the Shadow Blade, just pick up Glimmer Cape. Because the item by itself is amazing. In this game, I think it's insanely good versus anytime Storm Spirit Orchid, yeah, it's just increasing your life expectancy by a bajillion.
We never saw it though. Like, Ferrari was the only Dragon Knight, and I think it was during Certified's group stage or whatever it was that he actually built it up. And that was the first time we saw it. I had seen the Glimmer Cape build up from 4F playing Slark, I think, on Hot 6 a little bit earlier, but it was just never really done. And I guess if you want a way to come back into a game, aggression is always what you really look for, unless you're one of those teams that loves to sit back and farm your jungle. You want to find the pickoffs. And Dragon Knight, you know, one kill leads to a tower, leads to even more gold, and you kind of get that domino effect and snowball off of that. So, does Goretz have Blink? Oh yeah, he does. I just looked at him and thought, hang on a second, where is all of the Earthshaker's money? Yeah. Blink on the courier.
Alright, time for your 5-minute Miracle update. He's at 11,000 net worth now. 2,000 over the Storm Spirit and the Phantom Lancer. He almost has his Manta.
The most last hits at 20 minutes ever was 245. AM record is 244 by Illidan. AM is at 239. Oh, 20 minutes just hits.
Oh, man.
He's 5.
And he's died once. Like, there's so much room for more. More.
Thanks to that Phage guy for the little stat, but that was super close. Like, he almost broke a record there.
Uh-oh. Miracle is going to be caught here. Big Daddy No Tail turning around, just getting out that damage reduction. Now they throw everything. They throw the book, the kitchen sink, everything they have to be able to take down Miracle's AM, and will get Big Daddy No Tail on the side. Well, Crane actually comes in with the Yule Scepter. He'll be able to get the stun. Oh my god, they turned it around. Now with the Sky Earth Mage here, they'll go on to Goretz. This is a huge turnaround. They're going to be able to pick up 1, 2, and maybe a third. Winter Wyvern escapes from the other dragon.
Where'd the hook go?
It's not mating season here. Moon, push back. It's going to be able to get Vance Core as well. Okay, Artez. It's time for him to clean up. He's going to get 1 support here. Can he get much more? Moon is dropping low. He's completely out of mana. Another Lance. Well, he will be locked down here. Glimmer Cape will actually be able to buy him some time. And a Cold Embrace will actually make sure that Big Daddy No Tail can't get that kill and Always Want to Fly. Another Lance. And they'll run down the Dragon Knight, it looks like. 4 staff. I don't know. Artez. You'd almost say he can catch up and get this kill as well. He just might. He pops the drums, but Moon is just 1 step ahead.
That looks super worth it for Monkey Business, even losing your anti-mage there. And then getting all of those trade-off kills, but Phantom Lancer with the Diffusal Blade first, or well, you know, after the Boots of Travel to fight a little bit harder, comes in and clears up house. Also, Wyvern, always on a fly. He Arctic burned over the cliff, escaping from No Tail Dragon Knight through the trees. Comes back in. Glimmer Capes, heals himself, baits out a ton of spells and stuns because they think, oh, it's a Winter Wyvern, we can finish him off pretty easily here. But he gets himself a ton of gold, and this Wyvern is halfway up the net worth chart, just behind the Clockwork.
There's Samantha, 22 minutes in.
Dire's
Not
bottom
too
tower
bad
is
timing.
under attack.
I'm really surprised. Crit all of a sudden, just like coming in, like I saw like the map, I was like, okay, some supports are coming in, but all of a sudden, like Yule's on the Storm Spirit, and I was just like, wait, what? Crit, his builds where he just goes all in for the Yule Scepter, doesn't really stop for any other stat items or anything at all. Works out in this case because they were able to lock down the Storm Spirit. That was a very critical kill there, slowing down the BKB of his.
And that BKB is a full reaction to that Yule Scepter. I mean, okay, it's good against the Mana Void as well, which is what he's going to be looking at. But it's the stuns, the Dragon Tail and that Yule Scepter. The silence from the Scarlet Mage is going to be a secondary factor coming in because of those initiation tools. The Storm just does not want to get caught here. And Iceberg knows he loves to jump in. He wants to go and find kills. Artez actually goes back for the Astra. More move speed, more attack speed. And the Manta's going to be pretty good again against these tools from Monkey that we mentioned.
I really thought he would just go for the stats build.
Into Scotty?
Scotty.
Butter even is good.
Heart wouldn't actually be terrible here because you have so much burst damage from the two supports, the Lina and the Skywrath Mage.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like, as
is
long
under
as you
attack.
survive through the initial
Radiant
burst,
structures are fortified.
Artez will just clean up. Iceberg, we're following him right now. He's leading the smoke, but they're not going to find anything unless Miracle comes out and play, but doesn't look like it. He's going to wait. Seems they knew what was happening. Monkey Business have been sitting in this 3-man setup for a while now. And then Big Daddy No Tail's been hanging out here in the bottom lane, a loner, with that Glimmer Cape ready to make the initiation. But as he sees multiple heroes, he's just going to TP out instead.
Iceberg goes into the Roche pit and starts punching Roshan alone. He's waiting for the rune, but that was interesting. He walks in. I don't know if the rest of his team's going to come in and yeah, they're going to go for it.
Okay. Phantom Raptor's not great at doing Roshan, and they also just lost the DD, nor do they have a medallion. This is just a bad idea. Yeah, this is just a bad idea. Through and through. Moon actually cancels his TP, I think. And, that's going to be a huge pickup. Global Silence, though, is going to slow things down. Crit will be taken out here. Can they still turn things around? Oh, yes, they can. Miracle.
Echo?
Oh, God, the Echo Slam's going to lock down Miracle. Now they get out the curse. Miracle's going to die. Oh, dear. And Moon, I was waiting for Moon to make an initiation. I thought they were going to be able to get Iceberg, but no. CIS rejects just react a bit better with the global silence out from Vanscore, saving that fight entirely. I mean, the AM had his ultimate ready to go.
The Clockwork wanted the hookshot before the Yules, but the Yules came out, he cancelled his animation, then the global silence hit, and Clockwork sitting there thinking, well, I'll wait for my time to strike. Two of his teammates walk in between him and the Storm Spirit, so he still couldn't get that hookshot off, and by that time, it was all too late. The Curse and Echo Slam came in, and Moon Meander sitting in the trees thinking, well, I cancelled my TP, I don't have one, I can't really go anywhere else to farm, I've got to walk myself, and are they going to defend top tier 2?
I mean, they know a lot of ultimates are down here. Oh, no! He tried to go for Goretz, missed out on that one. Now Blinken from Always Wanna Fly, and Moon is in so much trouble. Immediately taken out by CIS rejects. A BKB pop there from the Storm Sphere in reaction to what I believe he presumed to be like a full 5-man out from Monkey Business, but
what's the AM got now?
Yeah,
finished up his lads.
He's struggling to stay ahead of the Phantom Lancer at this point.
It's tough. He feels forced to join these fights because he is the DPS hero here. He is the hero that actually offers so much more physical damage than the Dragon Knight. No Tail gets his Shadow Blade. I guess he's sold. No, he keeps the cloak over in the courier. But, oh, Miracle caught again.
It just came up too. It just came up.
He's being hunted. Pushed from pillar to post, top lane to mid to bot. And even when he doesn't want to fight, he still has to because the Winter's Curse is such a great lockdown against him. And actually, Winter Wyvern, I do not know why it's not picked up in the first phase more. Such a multifaceted hero. You get the Arctic Burn for zoning. You've got the Splinter Blast to actually farm yourself up in the jungle as well if you need to. Counter pushing waves. And Winter's Curse against the majority of 1 and 2 role heroes. Storm Spirit, Leshrac, Huskar, Slark, Anti-Mage, whoever you want to throw in there is so great. because they're all relatively squishy. They pump out tons of damage.
CIS rejects. They gotta stop thinking about Roshan. Every single time I'm like, oh, CIS rejects, great position. And then they try and do a Roshan, and I'm just like, oh god, this could go real bad. Storm Spirit's going to be caught here for the global silence. In the response, once again, Iceberg is going to be saved by that ultimate, and will be able to get the kill on Fly. Farther back, we have Big Daddy No Tail trying to go on Vanscore here. He is now going to be locked down by Artez, taken out. Crit also hit by Goretz here, forced out to the side. Vanscore will actually survive, and counter Force Staff will be able to get the kill. Never mind. Iceberg trying to chase in. Looks like Artez was able to pick up that extra kill right before he died. Lena got that kill, but Moon is still battling out with Always Want to Fly, catching up. Battery Assault, tick, tick, tick. Can Always Want to Fly win this matchup? No, he definitely cannot, and that's why he's going to try and escape. Animates managed to finish up the Storm Spirit, and Moon will actually lose out on the Winter Wyvern kill.
Crit's Lena baited so many heroes in. The fact that Goretz jumped up instead of chasing down someone like Moon Meander or anyone else and keeping himself open for the anti-mage who was respawning soon. He jumped up to face up Crit. Okay, he stopped the Laguna Blade coming out from the Lena. There was no big burst damage to anyone. But then Artez comes in on low HP, gets hit by one Light Strike Array. Crit chooses the right hero to attack, or the right Phantom Lancer and none of the illusions to attack, and says, well, I'll take your 700, 800 gold or whatever from your Wicked 6 streak, and thank you very much. We'll move ourselves into Roshan with your 2 cores dead. Miracle just solos it. Is he going to blink? Echo.
He's got an Echo Slam, but that would be way too difficult. Now he's going to be caught. So it's not only that. In fact, Miracle, he's like, that's fine. Take Goretz. I'm going to go for more here. Miracle's going to go straight on to Always Want to Fly. They'll finish up. Nice blink to the side.
No TP, though.
Oh, we got over the cliff.
On cooldown for 15 seconds.
Let's see if he can survive. No, they're going to find it. No blink. I was thinking maybe if he could just wait out the Glimmer Cape cooldown, and then he gets a blink away, and who knows what happens from there. But no. Winter Wyvern dies. And again, I don't know. I feel like CIS rejects every single time. I'm going like, oh, they're in this great position. What a lead that they have right now. And then just a decision. A decision goes wrong. And, oh, gosh.
Yes. This has been the... Is Artez fine? Yeah, it's good. This has been the story of their games, where laning phase, they gain a lead, they consolidate it by going to take down towers, they find kills, they initiate perfectly. And then they... There's always this stage in the game where, like, 25 minutes in, they go that one step too far. They push it, one hero, one creep, whatever it is. They want that little bit more efficiency from their fight or their farming.
Big Daddy No Tail. He's found his prey. He's going to be able to lock down Artez. Global Silence immediately to response. Now Iceberg comes in, tries to get out some damage. Echo Slam on 3. Maybe this can turn things around. Miracle's still alive, trying to jump out, but can't make it. That's just the Aegis, though. Push back. Goretz is going to be dropping here. Low. Grit just needs a little bit more, but can't quite get it. Hiding himself in the trees. Miracle jumps forward. He still has his ultimate, and looking to be able to blow it soon. Pops it Always Want to Fly, who had full mana there. And this is just missing out on kills now. They had the opportunity to clean up 1 or 2 more supports, but unfortunately, between Great Fisher Block and Miracle popping the ultimate on the wrong target there.
Crit is destroying them all. Just the fact that his positioning, his timing, when he sweeps into these fights, he's always looking for the Phantom Lancer. Initiate on PL, get him low, I'll deal with him later on. Lancer stuns, get the hits in, and that's twice or 3 times now in a row that Crit has been the answer to the Phantom Lancer. Not the AM, not the Dragon Knight, not the splash damage heroes, but the Lena. The 4-role support Lena is the one that's clearing up on that big core hero. And these fights look right here. Monkey Business, I was saying before the game started that I felt that the playstyles of both of these teams, yeah, the difference in net worth there is really indicative of the point that I'm going to be pointing out, pointing out here. I thought Iceberg was going to go in. It scared me. It made me jump. I was like,
didn't have any vision. I was like, like I'm following that. I'm like, in my head, I'm going, on the minimap, he's actually headed straight towards Fly, and I'm just like, how?
I was watching it, I was like stumbling. Oh god, is he going to go? But yeah, CIS rejects the early lead. They like to consolidate that lead, and they tend to slip up. Often, though, they come back. You know, they find the rhythm again, they come back, and the team fight well. Monkey Business is almost the polar opposite of this. They sit back, they know when to take these fights. Fly is going to get picked off here pretty simply. But they are great at allowing or baiting their opponents into mistakes and then turning on them. I think that is one of the key things that Monkey Business have shown, is that they can outplay regularly.
Miracle. Nice choice there. Don't stick around. Oh, is he going to stick around? Man, that's so dangerous. But Storm Spirit isn't here. There's no, like, remnant that's going to pop and reveal him, so Miracle should be fine. He's just waiting for the rotation so then he can push out that bottom lane a little bit more. No Tail's going to be able to grab, always on the fly. Global Silence gets laid out, plus a Fissure, and he will survive until Quake gives him that Laguna play. Oh, missed the Light Strike Array! Oh, just barely. Now Winter's Curse on the Big Daddy No Tail. He's not going to be able to make a quick escape, so Iceberg is completely out of mana, though. Always want to fly, turned around on Big Daddy No Tail. Will be able to pick up that 1 kill, but that's it. They drew a lot of tension, though. That was a 1 for 2 trade-off there. Great for CIS rejects as long as they don't lose this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
No Global or Winter's Curse. The two biggest, I feel, teamfight ultis here from the CIS rejects. You know, Echo Slam is good, but it's always a setup from the Wyvern and the Silencer. So Anti-Mage can feel free for what, 80 seconds? While Curse is down, while Silence is down, just to run himself around. Because what is going to stop him? An Echo, Fissure, that's what, 5.5 seconds of lockdown with the Earthshaker perfectly timing everything, the Storm Vortex. I feel like the AM with the BKB is always going to be free here.
Middle lane, pushing down. Miracle is going to find Iceberg. BKB activated, so that's something. It's that awkward thing where Iceberg has to get away from Miracle, but he's dead. Unless, no, he doesn't have the ultimate.
Oh, he gets silence.
There he gets it. 1,800 damage. Always want to fly. We'll get away with the Glimmer Cape. And again, it's that Winter's Curse being down. As you said, like the 2 primary lockdown against this AM, which even the Global Silence doesn't really work anymore because he's got both Manta and BKB.
Yeah.
But that Winter's Curse is so essential, and when he knows it's down, he just plays as aggressive as he wants. The only other chance is maybe he gets locked down by Echo Slam combination, and during that duration, they're able to just right-click him down, but I feel like that's a bit unlikely.
How do you think both of these teams scale, though? Like, if we look towards 45, 50 minutes or something like that, Dragon Knight falls off. Lina is looking pretty okay with the Aghanim Scepter coming up as well. Skarath, he's going to go for the mech, so you do have that sustain coming from him. The Clockwork Ags is good. But the Radiant side, they've got a ton. The Winter's Curse is like the biggest thing there. PL and Storm both scale decently with items. And Earthshaker, if he goes for utility, which he is doing, can bring a lot to these team fights. Monkey Business, are they fully locked down to having this anti-mage carry them through? Because that's what it feels like.
Miracles, man. he's sitting there going like, this is one of my pubs all over again. It's 35 minutes in. I'm farmed to all hell, but I have to carry this for my team.
I keep hearing Sexy Bambo's.
I have to 1 versus 5.
I keep hearing Sexy Bambo's, you know, one-liner, the voice in my head.
I'm the best.
Yeah, that's all I think of. Like, even though Miracle is not that person, that's all I think of. Just watching him play. He is definitely one of the best.
He's I see your concern though, right? Like right now it's scrambling. Okay, can Miracle get ahead enough where he can finally, you know, start actually winning team fights, etc., etc. But then at the same time, we are still going later into the game where we agreed early on CIS rejects do have the advantage. So I think there's going to be at 45 minutes, Monkey Business have to have like be in a commanding position and have to push in. And if they're not pushing down the base, I think they've lost.
They need the next Roshan. I think that's the key thing. They need the next Roshan. It's not a matter of wanting it or giving them a good chance. If Storm gets it, if Phantom Lancer gets it, I could see Rax falling.
Yeah. Oh, Artez.
He's got Skadi.
All right, they're gonna get Goretz instead. Fly. He might actually be caught here. It's like, help, allies, help! You're killing the Earthshaker, but Artez is not a nice person.
Iceberg wants to go up onto Miracle here. I don't know if they'll TP in the Wyvern. Oh, Wyvern's moving with the blink. Miracle, he feels it. Sweaty palms. He's going to bait this with the... No. He's going to bait it with the illusion.
No, they don't take the bait. Smart.
He's still trying, though.
You never know.
Where's the real one?
Yeah. All right, so he's now going to build into a Butterfly. This will help him against the Winter's Curse quite a bit. And he knows these heroes do not want to go for... his Manta is going to be able to get out the BKB, but the Winter's Curse locks him down. Moon actually comes in, but all he does is help bring damage against the poor Anti-Mage. He swings in like Spider-Man just to be the villain. Big Daddy No Tail. He's going to turn, trying to go on Vanscore here. He's got a BKB, but I think he knows there's no escape.
He can't even BKB TV. It's still on full down.
Oh, boy.
The Jammin always want to fly, giving them so many more options here. But what do you do as the clockwork? Because if you hookshot maybe a little further to the left, you can try and get that inch-perfect cogs and block people out, but
that's rough. Monkey business. I mean, if they do go late, right, CIS rejects will always have the advantage, I feel, but it is still an Anti-Mage versus a Storm Sphere. Like, anything can happen in that matchup where you can essentially one-shot that hero and all the heroes around him if he's low on mana. So, but I'm feeling like CIS rejects, they've got like, for me, it's like a 70% chance to win this game, if not more. They now have a Scythe of Vice on Iceberg, so more lockdown, this time hard lockdown against the Anti-Mage. They're going to be losing their laner Axe. Miracle, I don't think they can afford to have him buy back at this point. He has to get that butterfly, has to continue into the Abyssal. There's no question about it, so they're just going to give it up.
Roshan's alive as well. CIS rejects, they could walk themselves back. Are they going to fake back with the smoke? Do they have one?
They are.
They don't have a smoke.
Oh no.
Oh, there is on the courier. They do have one, but they're actually just going to defend their tier 2s at side lane.
Yeah, both bottom and top lane pushing in like that. I suppose that's one, maybe a little too obvious, and two, a lot of arguments. It's a safer play just to control the map.
Swings back and forth though. Monkey Business were actually in the lead for the first time this game at 28 minutes with the fights that they managed to bring themselves back into.
I almost feel like Roshan is where it swings back into the favor of Monkey Business again, maybe just because I've seen Roshan go badly for CIS rejects so many times. We'll see.
If they get this, it really is close to lights out for Monkey Business. Rocket Flare will fly down to bottom lane. I'm pretty sure they know what's going on in the pit, and Moonmeander lining himself up.
Oh, if they could get Vanscore right away, that would be big. But, Iceberg's actually going to jump in. Scythe onto Moon. Already, Always Want to Fly is going to pop that Winter's Curse. Now, this leaves Miracle's opening to be able to jump in, but they're going to be one dragon less. Miracle's actually waiting in the secret shop area. Crit's going to be the next target going on him. Are they going to jump in? Moon actually jumps in. Now the ultimate. Oh, they take out the Storm Sphere. Artez is low HP. Miracle, he needs to go on this one. Skywrath Mage actually being saved. Oh, that ultimate doesn't do anything against Glimmer Cape. Now Miracle, he jumps forward. He's trying to get to Artez, but he doesn't have the Basher. No, the ultimate comes out from Moon. They lock him down, and sure enough, it's Roshan. Something about Roshan, it always spells doom for CIS rejects. They lose 4 in exchange for 2 on Monkey Business.
Something Roshan, Monkey Business.
Oh my god.
Get it done.
And this is just going to build, like, now Miracle just got a gigantic jump up in net worth where he can start focusing on the Basher, Abyssal Blade build, where he can lock down these heroes and have that kind of solo kill potential.
Yeah, there's no Lincoln or anything here. No Lotus Orb or anything to block or turn things around. Vansker went for Vlad's. Clockwork takes ages, and I guess with Dragonite dead and there's no one else in the pit to actually go in there and take it, Moonman's going to be that frontline hero. Hook-shotting around his Axe ulti.
Yeah, Miracle's like, I'm going to get rid of my Vlads, but I want Basher. Man, it's going to be a little rough, though. Getting rid of your Vlads is just kind of so sad because then you don't have that sustain, you know? But I think Battle Fury still has enough value in it, just the natural damage and farming factor. You can't get rid of it yet.
Are they going to try for this? The tier 2's up. A lot of teams would just kind of sack the tier 2, defend high ground with what they've got, Winter's Curse and things like this. CIS rejects are not any ordinary team. I can definitely see them just blinking forward and trying to find a
with the Scythe of Ice, they're immediately going to jump on a Miracle. Winter's Curse, Global Silence, the whole kit and caboodle, and now they're going to be able to find Fly as well. Goretz comes forward, locks him down. Miracle's dead for 90 seconds. Cogs? Well, that didn't quite hit the mark. He was hoping to be able to catch Iceberg as he landed in. BKB activated. He still has the Aegis. He needs to be able to get some sort of hookshot opening. He's looking towards middle lane. Hook away. He's out. Oh, never mind. Artez. The balanced monkey man, he's catching up. Oh dear, Moon, he's going to be losing the Aegis here. Hook shot, oh!
No way.
The Lance, he catches him. He loses it.
He's got ulti in 5 seconds again.
They slow him down.
What can
he's
he hook
moving
to?
around the map.
What can he hook to?
What creep camp? All right, the easy camp.
He's freaking
Keep
Tarzan.
on moving, always want to fly. He's on the mark here, keeps on blinking forward. Yule Scepter draws him up a little bit more. Clockwork has Force Staff, has another hook shot. Turn it around. Where are you going to go? The creep wave's coming. Hook away, right side. TP out. He's out.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God, what a clown fest that one was. But in the end, the Aegis does not survive. This would be a great opportunity. They got to get this kill. Ultimate, silent, Iceberg gets blown up. CIS rejects. They should have had a huge opportunity, but now they've lost their Storm Spirit. He's down for 70 seconds, and in 15, Monkey Business will be the ones pushing out.
How long was that chase from Umianda? 20 seconds?
No.
15, 20 seconds?
I think it was longer than 20 seconds, right? I mean, it started here. It started with them
I guess so.
getting here, and he starts with cogs. Then he makes his way around the river. Well, let's just follow, trace the holes. He gets to here, hook shots up, the creep wave, makes it up here, hook shots over, finally dies here, then hook shots across to here, gets over, Force Staffs up, hook shot to the right side, and TP out. What the I don't think I've ever seen someone traverse that much distance in such a little time before without a TP of some sort.
Yeah, I even forgot about the first phase of that. I was thinking from like the middle creep wave through the jungle. Long ass. But what could CISR have done instead of chasing him? Because they popped the Aegis, which is great. But could they have gone and taken another rack?
I think they could have ignored the second life of the Clockwork. I mean, ultimately, who cares, right? And I think they just could have barreled down mid alongside the Storm Spirit. And just gone, okay.
Tis mine.
Yeah, your Clockwork is still alive. But honestly, what's the big deal? It's a Clockwork at 43 minutes in against heroes like PL and Storm Spirit. They don't care.
I feel Crit's making a Linken's here. I thought this through for a while when he got the Perseverance. I thought, well, Refresher is great, obviously. Double ulti. Lotus Orb is pretty good as well. To turn around the Winter's Curse or whatever they throw at him. But I don't know, would you prefer the Lotus Orb or the Linken?
Well, how about neither? Iceberg is like, nope.
Yules, Glimmer, he's okay.
He can dodge the Orchid.
Doesn't
even do enough damage. Man, Glimmer Cape, what an item.
But yeah, would you prefer the Lotus to
Linken's.
return or the Linken's to just put an AM so you can sit up front? Yeah, I guess Linken's.
Yeah, I mean, what happens if the Winter Wyvern is by... Like, he's got a Blink Dagger. He's flying half the time when he makes these initiations. Something about always want to fly. I just now realized.
Haha.
Ha ha ha. But he always blinks in, and he's always flying at the same time. I'm not sure what it is about that, but...
Uncounterable.
He could just be in a situation where you don't get a good Lotus Orb or turnaround. Like, yeah, you stun the Winter Wyvern. Who cares? And you don't catch anyone else, in which case you would have much preferred the Linken's. That guaranteed block.
No Basher. Miracle goes hard.
I mean, he's got survivability issues. I can understand that. Hook shot on to Goretz, but now he's going to be able to pop the BKB. Who cares about Global Silence? Has to force out to the side. The ultimate does go out on a Big Daddy No-Tail. He's actually going to be dropping here soon. Echo Slam gets laid out as well. Miracle's being controlled, but he has that heart. He's surviving through all this. He's beating the Miracle on 3!
Oh my freaking
There
God.
goes the ultimate! 3 go down. They couldn't finish off Miracle, and he strikes back real hard. Ultra kill for him. And now Miracle, time to one-man carry his team. He's going to push right through middle. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Monkey business! They're going to be assuming there's going to be buybacks, but as soon as they take that first lane of racks, they're going to be like, wait, what?
Vandalizer can buy back in 35 gold.
Oh, wow. Okay. 260 for the Storm Spirit.
AM versus Storm late game, boys. I mean, we said it, 45 minutes, Miracle's going to step up to the plate, take the last room.
Yeah, anything can happen, right? When that one hero drops low and you can kill him and anyone around him. Oh, Jesus.
And now they equalize the Rax disadvantage they're up against. But they got themselves a massive lead.
Oh my God. Miracle's just like, I'm forcing the buyback, I'm forcing the buyback, I'm forcing the buyback. They haven't bought back yet. All right, just keep on going. PLs has his buyback now, but Oh, he's going to use it to... No, he's not. They're just going to wait it out. Miracle's like, all right, if you're not committing, I'm going to go in. And now Moon is actually making a commitment of his own. Goes on to Van Score. I'm sure they're not really wanting to go into this one. BKB activated. Winter's Curse will stop him. Moon's like, okay. I mean, what's my life worth ultimately if I get away too? Hook shot to the side. Oh my god, he's getting out. And now, oh, Animate, you're playing a very dangerous game here, but he's got the BKB. Turns on Goretz. Blink. No, he doesn't want to go for it. He has to back out. Crit. He needs some help. He's dead. Glimmer Cape. There's no escape. There's no escape. All right, some sort of lag.
That is such good discipline, though, for Miracle. 3 heroes on, like, sub 150 HP. He could have gone in, blinked, killed 1, 2, 3. But the fact that Storm is still there with a third of his mana, he's got no mana void. The Hex could come out and he could... I saw that. Nahaz tweeted that out earlier, and yeah, I cracked up.
That's a good one.
But, yeah, discipline. Very, very well played. I'm like, that's going to be a highlight clip, honestly. The Ultra Kill instant from the mana void. Close to Rampage.
You could see it, too. Like, that heart was such a great choice. Because CIS rejects, they're like, control the AM, burst everything on him. We've killed so many of these heroes. Just keep on controlling him. But he's sitting there going, your BKB's going to run out eventually, Storm. Your BKB's going to run out eventually, Storm. And then once it goes big. Oh, man. Miracle Dota. Holy crap. He is actually single-handedly carrying this team in Game 1 right now. By the way, guys, ignore the best of 3, best of 5 in-game. Reborn's a little broken right now, so this is a best of 5. This is game number 1, so no score just yet.
And chat goes wild. Miracle, 8k MMR, easy Miracle.
Easiest ultimate of his life.
Oh, man. So now they are half a lane of racks ahead. Range racks still standing down a bot lane. I really wish they would fix this damn Roshan timer.
Oh yeah. Who do you even give it to?
I honestly think you give it to like the Lina. Yeah. Clockwork is valuable, but I think Lina is more valuable at this point. The fact that she's got Glimmer Yules, the Laguna Blade to finish someone off, because she can get jumped. If she gets jumped by the Phantom Lancer with a gem still over on the Wyvern, you know, she's a great target to go onto. Squishy holds a lot of utility and damage output. So yeah, I think you give it to Crit.
All right, well, we're just waiting out the lag right now. It's a good opportunity, I guess, to be able to review what has been happening in this game. 46 minutes in, it's 37-29. It's a 10,000 gold lead all of a sudden for Monkey Business with a 4,000 experience lead. Item-wise, Skyreath Mage has now finished up Guardian Greaves. We've got, still wondering, Crit, is he going for that Lincoln's? We presume so, but we'll see. Miracle has 6 slot, essentially. He can still go for Boots of Travel, swap out the Battle Fury for an Abyssal.
I'm super interested in knowing why Notel went for the Silver Edge. Like, it's not as though he doesn't have item slots to fill.
I think it's, yeah, that's weird. I think it's just the Sage is so efficient.
Yeah, but we've seen people not go Silver Edge and go like Sanjanyasha.
Yeah.
Because they're...
there is also
the damage and stuff from
there's the damage reduction factor. True. Nobody ever talks about it, right? Because
it's always about the break mechanic.
Yeah, everybody, like, the break mechanic is just sexier to talk about. But there is that 20% slow that comes out, but it's a 40% damage reduction. So any damage that person puts out for 5 seconds is reduced by 40%. So if he gets it on someone like, you know, the Storm Spirit, like the PO.
I wonder if you can dispel it with Doppelganger. Because Doppelganger's super overpowered and you know, dispelling everything.
I would guess so. I mean, it dispels everything.
But then if you're going to go in with the Dragon Knight, you hit, stun, silence, and you... It's a really short duration over that debuff, right? 5 seconds for the reduction. I don't know.
It's not even possible for me to ever. I'm just, you know, there's never a situation where I can put up highlight clips, you know?
What, like right now?
There's literally the Moon Meander clip is already up. It's not possible for me to actually.
Seriously?
For me to actually make highlight clips for Join Dota because it'll be up. Before I even finish, before I'm done creating the content, help creating the content that is happening right now. It's already up. A minute 30.
Bloody hell.
No, I would say it's probably more like a full minute of chase time is what it was.
Let's see, where does it start? We're going to watch this back right from here. So, yeah, it's a full minute, you're right. Where does it end? There. Yeah, like 50 seconds. Holy crap.
That's a full minute. Where that's actually like that's a full 30 seconds, I would say, that they could have been pushing into the base.
Well, like the side lane
objectives,
like
the second life, you know.
Yeah.
Like I could see them chasing down the clock. Where the first life, I mean, they're going into the middle lane, chasing him anyway. It's all good, but then them chasing him backwards, you know, to the left side of the map. That I think that just gave up so much time. Because that top lane was exposed, right? There was no tier 2 tower. At least
I don't think there was.
There is no,
there wasn't.
now. Yeah.
There wasn't.
Yeah, so they could have just gone straight through middle into top lane, maybe.
Moon Meander, what a player. What a player.
Yeah.
Actually, Moon Meander wanted to do his research. Monkey Business seemed pretty good on that. The games ended last night, and he was instantly asking for the VODs. Like, we want to review this. We want to see CIS Rejects, how they dealt with Empire, and how we can deal with them. And I wonder if CIS Rejects did the same thing, because neither of these teams have played a large amount of games. They're both very new. They've played like 6 series each, something like that, across the defense and MLG. So it's actually difficult to get a read on teams like this.
Yeah, I think for like this tournament especially, because it is so condensed, like the defense is a lot more like drawn out. Like the teams are making it through phase 1 right now. There's still another phase to get through, etc., etc. So when it comes down to it, and you're talking about getting into the majors, right? You can definitely make a big name for yourself if you make it through this European qualifier. I mean, boom, I think if you make it through this European qualifier for MLG, you've almost established yourself. If you just have mediocre results elsewhere, you've already established yourself as potentially one of the teams at the major.
Yeah, like Scant's like metric for teams breaking from like tier 3 into tier 2 and tier 1 is like the Empire and Vega and sort of NIP test. If you can beat those teams and maybe beat them consistently, that's when you've broken yourself through and made a name for yourself. And the fact that Vega and Empire and NIP got beaten by CIS Rejects and Monkey Business is definitely a great showcase for them getting themselves up there. I mean, they've got well-known players and relatively all-star teams, with Miracle now joining the fray as well. I mean, this guy is honestly going to have such a big fan base.
He's trying to farm up enough. He doesn't have enough for his buyback right. Okay, they do go the Lotus Sword.
Okay.
I mean, there's the...
It's less reliable.
How powerful do you think the Lance thrown at Miracle, bounced back by a Lotus Orb would be? How powerful do you think that illusion would be?
It's decent.
You think it would actually make an impact in the team fight?
Possibly. I mean, it's less reliable than the Lincolns, obviously, because you don't get that block and it doesn't negate the spell. But the possibility for a high-impact reversal is pretty huge.
Vance Core. No, they're going to go on to Gorath here. They're going to try and pull him up. They got off the Skywrath Mage ultimate, but everything else is coming through. Moon's just trying to lock down Gorath as best as humanly possible. Scythe of Ice on a Miracle. Always want to fly. Has the Winter's Curse as well, but the counter gets laid out, but it doesn't actually control anyone. Miracle's now going to be able to pop it. Gets away. No, he's not blinking away just yet. Now jumps away. Iceberg pursues. Miracle doesn't actually have the mana for his ultimate, so Iceberg's able to get that kill. Crit. He was able to pick up one, it looks like. Buyback now on Miracle. They desperately need to be able to win this fight. Big Daddy getting no tail, is surviving. Same goes with Crit. Still has that Lotus Orb as well. Miracle comes in, pops the ultimate, gets Always Wanna Fly, plus the Earthshaker, but it's the other hero surviving that's important. Moon has actually locked down Iceberg, so they're going to be able to get him. Iceberg has no escape now.
And that buyback once again.
That was critical. Like, if there was only the Winter Wyvern and Earthshaker that died there towards the tail end, huge win. Huge win for Monkey Business. But the Storm Spirit end up going down, I think means everything for Monkey Business. Otherwise, that would have been such a terrible fight.
Like with 5 alive now, they can actually rush themselves down bottom lane. I think AM, does he have money for Boots of Travel? Oh, he's got straight to the Roche pit. Screw it.
Yeah, they're waiting on Roshan, but
I feel
Roshan is not obliging.
He needs BOTs to push out top lane while the rest of his team rushes down bot, but they don't have enough gold for it. They could have had this really clutch timing and movement. Oh, look, Roshan's alive. He just spawned.
Oh, they have a rocket in there, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they know.
All right, jump in. What do you figure? You got to drop your Battle Fury for it?
You give it to AM? I still think you give it to Crit.
I mean, he doesn't have buyback, though.
Oh, Treads then.
Yeah.
It has to be the Treads drop.
Bye-bye, Treads.
There's Cheese as well, so maybe Cheese onto Crit.
Yeah.
No, they're giving us over move.
Man, Crit has an impressive amount of farm. Go him. He's ahead at the Clockwork. And I would say his late game potential is so much stronger than the Clockwork's too. I mean, Moon has played this Clockwork incredibly well, but there's only so much you can do with every 10 seconds you have a 2-second stun, you know?
Where are they heading?
And it's off.
It's hard pushing down mid lane. I guess you want to force CIS rejects to react to mid and then side push bot. Because
do you think they have enough damage, right? The backdoor tier 2 and top.
Oh yeah, 300 HP.
Feel. Oh, well yeah. If it's that low, that makes it a bit easier too. But I feel like they should be able to do that, and then they won't be as limited, right? Miracle. Again, this is the second time that I've seen this where somebody has dropped their boots. And you're able to really see the buff to the butterfly with Flutter really come into play.
I mean, Manta plus Butterfly, he's still on, what, 350 move speed pretty much?
Yeah. That is pretty absurd. I really think
Almost
they should just try it. I mean, just poke at it. See what happens. See if your damage is greater than backdoor protection.
It's actually almost the same move speed as Dragon Knight.
Poor Dragon Knight. He's got drums, too. Good
so
lord.
Slow.
Dragon Knight. What a slow-ass hero.
Shadowblade makes up for it. So, they don't backdoor it, but they do cut the wave, so...
Yeah, so eventually they'll come forward. Backdoor protection is now gone, and the tower will die.
Radiant's
Meanwhile,
top
bottom
tower
lane,
is under
Artez
attack.
is pushing that one out because he has Boots of Travel.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Daedalus? Or
Radiant's
who? It
top
doesn't...
tower
I guess
is
it's
under
Dragon,
attack.
right? It doesn't show me. It says owned by blank.
Oh.
I'm assuming Dragon Knight because he's got 2,600 gold for Demon Edge.
Yeah. Yeah. Buying out, though. Does he have buyback?
He won't if he
Yeah,
buys the
yeah.
Daedalus.
But he had buyback on time, so he could have held on to it. But a buyback on Dragon Knight is really not worth that much, I guess. He's got the cheese. This is kind of just all in here. Lucky Business, if they lose this fight hard, the fight may be just entirely over. Artez locked down. Oh my god, they just need a little bit more. The Cogs pushback. He's actually surviving. Cold Embrace, everything else. Artez's going to be able to doppelganger away on the side. Oh no, Iceberg! He's going to be able to survive through that one. They pop the ultimate on Miracle. They do get the kill on the Winter Wyvern. Lock in, hook shot. They actually got Goretz as well. Earthshaker goes down.
I still have the curse, but that would have been game over if Artez dies there.
Oh.
He had no buyback. He does now. He does now, but he would not have if he died there. Holy crap.
So close. Once again, Glimmer Cape, Cold Embrace. What a combination. Invulnerable to physical damage, practically invulnerable to magic damage. I mean, every single hero that you put up, I can't see enough magic damage It has to be the Lina. She's the only one, and that's pure damage.
Yeah.
But because the percentage-based heal makes up for whatever little magic damage sneaks through. So at worst, though, the hero usually just remains at the same area that they're already at. Oh, Moon misses out on that one. Goretz does not have a buyback. That would have been a great pickoff. They're going to go for it now. Big Daddy leading the way with a right click rather than a stun.
Hook shot ready again.
Moon.
He's going in.
He goes for the target he sees, which is Iceberg. Not going to be the easiest target to get. Good Lincoln save there. If that Lincoln's hadn't been up, that would have been Yule's into a light strike array. Is there any BKBs on cooldown? No.
No, I don't think there should be. Artez, I mean, you tried this before. It's close.
On the left-hand side, Miracle's just focusing on that tier 3 tower and calmly backing away. He knows that if they commit to him, he has the Aegis, and they're going to blow every bit of control they have to kill him once. And then he's going to come back and just win the team fight.
We're at the point where casters have to start taking down Roshan timings as well.
Yeah, I guess
just
so.
Just to know. I mean, it's probably got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, Monkey Business are playing. Well, I was going to say passively
wow, it's
enough.
actually taken out now.
Yeah, I was going to say passively enough, and then they start backing him so much, I was like, it's got to be going down now. MKB now for the Animage to swap out with the Battle Fury.
I guess.
I mean, Battle Fury, once you get like really, really 6-slotted, it's usually that one item that is usually going to go away.
But then
it's so good versus the PL,
illusions.
right? It's so hard to say no to that cleave. But if you have
butterfly PL, you need the MKB anyway.
Yeah.
And BKB is so vital up against global Hex and Earthshaker stuns.
So maybe it's the Manta or the BKB that you get rid of? In which case, which one is it? I would say BKB is better for the actual fight, but Manta is a little bit more diverse.
Like on a lot of other heroes, once they get to 6-slotted and beyond, you can think, okay, they can swap this item out, use it, and then put it back on the courier. But with BKB being such a in the middle of the fight item, I'm going to suddenly BKB and protect myself. You can't really do that with BKB. Manta, you can a little bit. Just pop your illusions, send them forward, and then swap it out. But you want to be able to blink on the storm, Manta, and then crush them with your illusion.
Scotty. Flats. Making sure there's nothing that's been picked up that I've missed lately.
I kind of like that the storm never went for Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Like, we never touched on it, but he went for the Orchid, BKB, Lincolns, and Hex. Super defensive, and it's all about the anti-mage, right? Yeah. Doesn't want to give himself a massive mana pool to burn himself down by the mana void. And mirroring here from both teams, basically just dodging each other for a little while, because, yes, rejects, they are smoked up.
And they're going to try and jump Artez here. It'd be dangerous. Goretz.
Ooh. AM switches treads out for it.
Miracle. Gets Lotus Orb in the beginning. Artez is going to make his jump in and will try and lock down some of these heroes. Big Daddy No-Tail misses up there. Won't be able to get the stun on the right target, and they easily take him out. Meanwhile, Moon locks down 2, trying to get out now, TP away, but he's going to be caught here. Scythe to make sure there's no escape. On the right-hand side, looks like Goretz will be saved with the Yule Scepter crit. He's going to be chased down by Artez. Fly's going to go down as well. This is just disastrous. They haven't picked up a single thing, not even close. And they're just controlling the AM.
AM has Manta BKB still, but he backed himself up from that fight being silenced and didn't want to pop any of his abilities because he knew he couldn't choose a target. The Storm and PL both went up onto the high ground to backstab.
There is a number of buybacks that are not up. Skywrath Mage and Dragonite both do not have buyback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they have the most impact in the world, but at least they're
bodies
meat shields.
Yeah, exactly.
They take up damage that otherwise would be inflicted on Miracle.
Well, they're bodies in the team fight. Like, Scarth Mage is the one with Greaves.
Yeah.
Greaves, just the passive alone, is worth having out there.
Right, Miracle blinks himself away. Will be able to get out. Did Lina get away? She did. Oh, that's big. She's going to be able to get back and still has that buyback. Moon is going to be forced into a buyback.
Look at mid and bot, though.
Boy.
The rejects have to TP back to defend.
Yeah, they do. If there was some sort of Boots of Travel play, they would just lose Maker Creeps. And then who knows what sort of defense is made from there. so they cannot actually gain objectively anything out of that. They're just a little bit farther ahead. They have a little bit more gold to work with. They know that Monkey Business probably lacking some gold for buybacks maybe. But
fast road down respawn. And Monkey Business, if you scout this, it's huge.
yeah.
Anti-Mage still doesn't have a slot like he swapped Treads for MKB, so I honestly don't know what he gives up for Aegis.
You know what the funny thing is? Normally you'd replace, like, it would actually be in consideration that you would replace the Butterfly because they have an MKB on the PL. They don't have one on the Stormsphere, though. The problem is, when you don't have boots, Flutter is essential. You have to, you kind of need Flutter. Otherwise, you're just going to get kited.
When did AM get the Moon Shard?
He got it real early. Like, he still had, I think, Treads in his inventory when he went for the Moon Shard. Roshan's up.
And he goes. Oh, hey guys, look what I found.
Oh, but this is a dangerous position to be in.
CIS
rejects.
Dire has a vision advantage here.
5-man smoke. Smoke gets popped. Miracle jumps into the trees. It's a bit dangerous, but he won't be scattered out. Iceberg. Even if he does throw out a remnant now and they see Miracle, he'll just blink himself away.
They have no BOTs from anyone on the Dire.
So their smoke is lost. Monkey Business are in a really good position now because they can just stay off map almost infinitely, and CISR have to worry that the smoke is going to come in. Miracle doesn't make it over the cliff. They have a little bit of vision from these illusions. They're going to go on to Moon now. Moon pops his BKB, hook shot out. Stuns up some of those illusions. Artez been locked down. Miracle's going to commit for this one. He has the ultimate and everything with the Winter's Curse. They stopped him. Artez, he's going to be able to live a little bit longer. Miracle controlled up. Echo Slam gets laid in, trying to make sure the Miracle has no opportunity to get off his ultimate blink away. He's going to be able to get some time. Iceberg starts jumping in. Miracle, desperately, he cannot die here. Blink away to the right-hand side. He gets a little bit more. Iceberg, though, he's blown up so much mana.
The man avoid the turn.
And now the turn hook shot misses. Battery assault, a little bit more. Yule Scepter, light strike array, he's dead. Ultimate comes out finally. Miracle baited him around enough. Artez, he knows he needs something out of this one. He's going to go for Moon. Has no mana to be able to hook shot away. He's silenced as well. He's going to be going down here. Monkey Business, just a full retreat for now. Is there going to be a buyback from the Stormsphere? There is. They're making a commitment here. 90 seconds left. 90 seconds until the clockwork is back. Skywrath Mage is going to be here in 20. They'll have a reincarnation. They'll have the Aegis for Iceberg. And they'll have a cheese for whoever wants it. Goretz, always want to fly, who cares? There's a buyback on the AM, though. And that bottom lane's still pushing it. So they got to control it for a little while.
Yeah, the one big thing about that Roche engagement is that the Dire don't have any BOTs to try and play the bait game. You know, bait them into a 4v5 team fight, lose the team fight, but then get the advantage of the mega creeps, and also no buybacks to play around
Radiant's top barracks
Miracle.
are under attack.
The back door begins. The ratting anti-mage. And this is the thing, he hasn't done any ratting or split pushing or anything the whole game, right? And this is what we kind of expect from anti-mages. He fights. He knows when he has the advantage item-wise, when he can farm, when he can fight. It really has been spectacular this game, but the refresher.
Still no Lincolns, but a refresher now for Crit. And he's been surviving so long in these fights. It's been impressive as all hell. I wouldn't say like most other 4 positions Lena's, I would say you're not going to have the opportunity to use refresher, but Crit is just playing like so darn well in this game. I actually think we're going to see double Laguna Blades out. That's 1900 pure damage. That brings almost Storm Spirit to nothing. The Phantom Lancer down to about 1/3 of his HP. Less than. That could one-shot almost every other hero. That actually can one-shot every other hero on CIS rejects.
The war of attrition. Both teams just grasping at straws here, looking for some kind of entry, just poking and prodding. But Monkey Business, they're done with poking and prodding. They just want to go in with a full punch.
Yeah, they're backing up Miracle Almost like they're trying to bait him a little bit, force some reactions back. If they force the reactions back and can get back themselves safely, it's a really big win. You've just bought yourself a lot of time taking away that Aegis.
Does Moon? Still no BOTs on clock. So he's split pushing top, but they don't have their opening hero.
He's trying to work on Shiva's right now. So good versus the PL, and they actually have not had that. I almost think Crit maybe should have considered it, but obviously the refresher is so valuable.
What's his net worth? Like, I keep the buyback tab open just because of how important they are. Like, what's his net worth? 20k.
Yeah, so he's right behind the Dragonite at this point.
DK has actually caught up with the Storm over the period of the last, like, 30 years. I guess it's more Storm hit peak very early on than has been limited in his farming potential.
Yeah.
Dragonite just naturally, I'm going to hit creeps.
Seeing as he's the target 9 times out of 10 by Miracle, who's the most dangerous man in this game right now. 46 to 37. Aegis down in 2 minutes. CISR need to force it. Need to force it soon. Monkey Business, though, are playing pretty defensive now. They know they're coming into crunch time. The Phantom Lancer does have advanced boots of travel, so he can TP in at any point.
Monkey Business. Hide in your base. And again, no boots of travel. Like, this has become a key factor here where they could have anti-mage bottom lane. They could have him top lane. Yeah, in the way, cutting creep waves. And then come back to the fight when needed. He's got 7,000 gold, so it's kind of interesting for me that he doesn't drop his BKB or something, or his Manta style, to go and split push.
Yeah, just try. He seems so confident in their fighting potential.
Well, Artez, he's coming in.
Yeah. The bottom lane is trying to be snuck right now by the Dragonite and Skywrath Mage. They're hoping to be able to pick off the PL, but they see him now. And Dragonite may just quickly push out the wave, but he's going to have to come back soon. You know CISR are going to make that commitment.
Someone just ate cheese. I know Earthshaker had it. Like, did he run out of mana?
Not sure. Well, that's a little awkward.
They have no cheese for the fight.
They're going to give up their top laner Rags. Big Daddy No-Tail still pushing in bottom. Jump in. Okay, there's the first initiation. Mobile Silence gets laid out. Monkey Business. I think they just kind of baited it out, and they're going to be happy if they can just get everyone to safety.
No-Tail's committed.
Oh, Crit's actually going down. No-Tail's taking down these Raxes. They're going to try and control these heroes. Artez! Oh no! Echo Slam gets laid out. Miracle! He's going to try and get away, but now the Winter's Curse controlling these heroes. Always going to fly Artez! They beat him up! Gorath is going to die as well. The Lotus Storm comes in big! And now Miracle! Iceberg! He's out of mana! Turn around! Pop that ultimate! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! They don't need it! Iceberg is dead by himself, and now the tier 4s are completely gone. Artez, he's finally back in base here defending against Big Daddy No-Tail, but Monkey Business are now so far ahead. Miracle can go ahead and buy those upgraded boots of travel. Same goes with Moon, and this is going to be a mass TPN.
With the TPs cancelled by Monkey Business, I was watching the base so intently there, but both Winter Wyvern and Silencer tried to TP to top Rax and then into Fountain, with their TPs cancelled by the enemy team or cancelled by themselves to try and fight.
Daddy No-Tail leading the way with the invis, trying to find that pickoff. There's only going to be 3 here, and if they can get Artez, bounce him back, Big Daddy No-Tail doesn't really care. He's going to go straight for the throne here. Pops the ultimate. Artez trying to deal with him, right-clicking him down. Big Daddy No-Tail turning and fighting as best he can, but No-Tail's now dead. And Miracle, he's going to come straight through the middle lane, pops his Manta, and starts beating on that Ancient. He's going to move his Illusion to the left-hand side, but the Ancient, it just doesn't stand a chance. Artez can't deal enough damage. Here comes the Laguna Blade, but it doesn't matter. The Cliff goes out and barely manages to survive. Miracle buys back round number 2. Is he here yet? He's TPing in.
He's coming.
He's going to be coming in. He's going to finish off. It doesn't even matter. The throne dies anyway. They're going to be able to get a GG. Monkey Business, game number 1. They take it. And an all-in throne attempt after defending so well in that top lane. I can't believe it. CISR. They didn't stand a chance against Monkey Business's late game. What happened? Miracle Dota.